It's amazing how disciplined he was, going back to him almost being two different people, and that he's so disciplined to take the time, right? Because we're talking about these robberies, and like you said, he didn't just, oh, that's the house, I'm going in right now. He'd case the joint. He'd go in there for a party and then not take the jewels right away. Like, he had this amazing discipline, but at the same time, apparently, he could not stay away from the gambling tables and keep his money. So we always had to keep stealing. It's like two people in one. It's truly amazing with this guy.
He said he had more of an urge to gamble than sex. Gambling was like at the forefront of what he wanted to do. I compare him to Nathan Detroit, the character in Guys and Dolls, as Damon Runyon-esque plunger, they called him, the plunge into the nightlife of Broadway. He would win tens of thousands of dollars in the roll of a dice. He'd lose tens of thousands. And when the money ran out, he'd have to do more jobs. But you're right, there's such a recklessness in that. But he's also a product of his generation. That's where the times come in. He was asked later, did you ever put any away? Is there buried treasure somewhere, stuff you didn't fence? And he said no. And he said, I wish I'd kept it. He said, but you have to understand the times. A whole generation have been scarred by war, the revolution of youth, the liberation of women, flappers, speakeasies, the flouting of prohibition. I mean, it was an anything goes decade. And he said, those were the times. Why not live well? And so he wonderfully reflected what we see in The Great Gatsby, the carelessness and the opulence and the wealth and the live for today attitude. I mean, he personified it and lived it.